Hello everybody and welcome to the Doug Iceberg. If you clicked on this video, I assume you know what Doug is. It's basically the Disney show. It's actually Nickelodeon's first ever cartoon in the 1900s. It's actually pretty cool, honestly. I watched it a lot when I was a kid. Honestly, this was like my favorite show. And I haven't really seen anybody really talk about it because it does have some crazy theories and some crazy conspiracy theories around it. Because it's such an old show, there's so much controversy and like stuff that definitely grew out of its time. So let's just hop right into it. So Doug's first movie came out in about the 2000s. Doug's first movie is basically this movie that is about Doug. Came out after the show was kind of made, and it's kind of this movie about one of the main characters, Skeeter and Patti, and obviously Doug. And with the school dance approaching, Skeeter says that there's this lake monster in the lake in their hometown called the Lucky Duck Lake, and they're looking for the Lucky Duck monster. And it is just this kind of monster looking, so it is a monster. So yes, there is monsters in Doug, confirmed. It is just this like mascot kind of monster looking thingy, so it's not that scary. It's like a friendly monster. Anyways, there's gonna be some topics on this list that we're gonna skip over because they're kind of like random, like critic theories and stuff like that. Why would I say that? You know what I mean? There's just some stuff on here that I'm not really gonna talk about, but we'll just skip past it. So Jim Jenkins is the creator of Doug, and he wrote it and stuff like that. And I think he animated it too. Like he drew it out and everything. He wrote the story and stuff like that. And he's only really known for like Doug and stuff like that. Doug is based off of Jim Jenkins' life. So the town Bluffington, where Doug lives, is based off the real life location where Jim Jenkins was kind of raised up. So this is confirmed that Doug is based off a true story, which is wild. This is really cool. So moving down to tier 2, we have debut commercials. There was this commercial that aired around the 1989, kind of when Doug was made. And this is kind of when animation started kind of blowing up. So we have this commercial for some sort of grapefruit juice or something like that. I don't know if it's like in the show or is this like real, but Doug just shows up and he's kind of like the mascot of this thing. So I think that's pretty cool too. All right, so we're about to get into some serious territory here. Some of what I'm about to say is not really PG. So I'm going to put a warning on this video so you guys know, because Doug is a kid's show, but the topics in this are gonna be kind of, you know, not age appropriate, I would say. I wouldn't want my kids watching this video. So Mr. Dink is a pedophile. If you don't know who Mr. Dink is, he's basically this kind of Doug's neighbor, and he has all these wacky gadgets and wacky things and wacky fun things, like all these fun things, right? And he's got a wife and stuff like that. I kind of hates him, I'm not gonna lie. He sounds like this. Like he sounds like an annoying, like it's like an annoying like neighbor kind of. But the theory of is he a pedophile is kind of wild because we don't really get this confirmed at all, but it kind of, the show kind of implies it a little bit.
Mr. Dink!
I just thought I'd drop in and make sure you two are all right. Well, I thought you might be a little spooked on account of the storm and everything. Hey, well, speaking of survival, maybe I should stay and keep you company, huh?
No, really, thanks, Mr. Dink, but I think I'm okay now.
So there was this episode in Doug where they were out in this camp counselor, like Boy Scouts thing. And you know what they say with Boy Scouts? There's like pedophiles. Like if you join Boy Scouts, you're gonna get touched. So basically that kind of applies with Doug. So while Doug is doing his thing or whatever, Skeeter's like doing his thing, I forgot what happens. They see Mr. Dink in the tree with his clothes off, kind of spying on like these kids kind of with his clothes off. So like what? Like, and then I think he said he got scared or something. I don't know what he said, but they caught him with his clothes off because he was running from this monster, but he was hiding in a tree. But that's not all. Since Mr. Dink has all these fun gadgets and all this fun stuff, sometimes he traps kids inside of his house. So this kind of just implies further that he's kind of a pedo. You know what I mean? So the word dink literally comes from dual income, no kids. However, he is a lonely middle-aged man whose wife avoids him. No children, no romance, no action. Hence, he seeks out Doug. Mr. Dink is a pedo. He wants Doug. His wife is literally so sick of him, and no one else will give him the time of day besides Doug. Say what you want, guys. The proof is there. The proof is literally there. Is Doug a schizophrenic? So this comes up a lot because in the show we have Doug moving to a new town, and he literally is the only white colored person. I guess Patti is kind of like yellow, and then the mayor's kind of like yellow, I guess, but he's like the only white person there. And this kind of implies that he's kind of seeing these people as who they are inside brought out to color. So he's seeing these people like all these weird ways. His friend is blue and stuff like that. His bully is green. So I really think that Doug is a schizophrenic because he's seeing the world in wild, wonderful ways. Doug spends most of his day daydreaming about things, and like they're really vivid most of the time. I don't know if this is just like the production or whatever, but he's always in his imagination, and this leads to he's definitely schizophrenic, and these daydreams sometimes lead him into dangerous situations. He tends to get lost in them. Like sometimes he turns into the superhero, and he sees his dog as a superhero, and he sees himself as a superhero, but everyone else around him sees that he's doing like this crazy thing. And he literally set off a volcano in the school, or Roger did, and he saw it as the whole school kind of burning down, which didn't happen. He's always worried about what people around him think about him. Like, he has a big nose and stuff like that. He wears the same clothes. His shoes are not good and stuff like that. But Doug's fantasies were also pretty elaborate, even creating characters for or alter egos of himself, such as Smash Adams. And it's kind of like this James Bond character, but it's just Doug. Like, he thinks he's like James Bond. Also, Quail Man is sidekick. I actually have, I have Quail Man pop figures. So this is Quail Man. He wears a belt on his head, and he's got diaper on, and he uses a towel as a cape. His dog also does the same thing, but he got no diaper on. So they go on adventures together in the show, but it's obviously not them. Anyways, many people see Doug as having like this big, he does have a big crush on Patti, super big crush on Patti. But were they really ever meant to be together? Did Patti want him the same way that he wanted Patti? Was it kind of some obsession scenario? Doug had his first kiss at the Beat Festival. If you don't know, the Beat is kind of like this big, it's kind of the mascot of the town. So they have Beat festivals. The famous band is called the Beats instead of the Beatles, obviously. But I forgot her name. Kisses Doug, like, cause she has a crush on him, secret admirer kind of, and Doug thought it was Patti the whole time, but it was actually this other girl. Jim Jenkins confirmed later that Patti and Doug were never really supposed to be together, and Doug's ideal version of her was mostly a classic tween crush that wouldn't have survived in a real world relationship. So that was confirmed, denied, sadly. But Doug literally sees girl. He's just a horny guy. Like, it's not just Patti he has a crush on. It's a lot of girls, you know. It's just weird. So Roger's parents are divorced. Well, this is kind of obvious because Roger's a fucking nutbag, and his mom kind of is a smoker, or like some like edgy mom. So, but what really happened? Roger lives with his mother, Edwina. His father lives in the area nearby, and he works as a circus clown, sadly. So Edwina is literally the baddest character in the show. I would do it. So she started out as a poor mother, or she started as poor and stuff like that, and she lived in a trailer park. But when the series came out, Edwina suddenly became very rich and as a result of a deal she made with the owner of the trailer park at the Bluffs. So her and Roger moved into a big mansion, and it is revealed that she works as a hairdresser at a beauty salon, and she has a southern accent, so she's probably from the South or something like that. So did Patti's mom die? So Patti lives with her paralyzed dad. Patti has a really crazy story behind her because she's not just this happy little thing. She actually has some trauma built up behind her. So yes, Patti's mom is dead, and Patti lives with her paralyzed dad, and the reason why he's paralyzed, you will never freaking guess. Patti and her dad and her mom got into a car accident. And in this car accident, Patti's mother died. This leaves Patti's dad, Chad, to be paralyzed from the waist down. And some reason Patti's okay. I don't know. She might have some brain disorder or something like that. But yeah, she is dead. And when it comes to Patti's dad, he is remarrying and finding new women and stuff like that. Kind of wild. I don't know. Knickknacks.
200 packs of Knickknacks, please. Got an ID? You gotta be 18 to buy this stuff.
So Knickknacks were this snack kind of catered to adults, and it turns out to have negative effects to kids because they're not really supposed to have them.
Cornelius P. Zombat, age 34. All right.
So this is kind of like the drug. Like, this is like cocaine. Like, literally, this is like cocaine. Knickknacks kind of make your mouth freeze, I guess. So is it chewing tobacco? It's got to be some type of like medicinal drug, something like that. Kids can't have it, but they can't really call it. I think it is like nicotine because it says Knickknacks. I don't know. I think it's some type of tobacco. I don't know.
Hey, Roger, how's the selling knickknacks to minors business going?
Stink-a-rooney.
Because that's what tobacco does. It kind of like freezes your mouth a little bit. So moving on to tier 3, we're getting freaking deep right here. I never really got the gay vibe from Roger. I mean, he does wear slick back hair and stuff like that. And I don't know, but this is kind of just like the stupid theory that people made up. It's no, Roger does not have a crush on Doug. He has a crush on Doug's sister though, but that's for later in the video. Doug's chubby buddy. It's kind of crazy, honestly, thinking about it now, like how they put this in a kids movie, but it's about Patti, and she panics that she thinks she's fat after watching a commercial selling a diet kit by teenage actress. So she, Connie, and BB, which are her friends, set out to lose weight, and Patti decides to go on a drastic diet and exercise routine. But once she starts losing weight, she can't seem to stop herself. She even stops eating. So she's turning anorexic and kind of insecure. They literally made an anorexic episode about Patti goes anorexic. That's what they should have named it. Patti goes anorexic instead of fucking chubby. Oh, that's even worse. Chubby buddy, dude. Doug's chubby buddy? Come on, Doug. I mean, this was made a long time ago, 1997, but still, bro. You can't make kids do anorexic things on kids shows because then kids are going to want to do that. I don't know. But yeah, the original ending was kind of messed up. It just kind of told kids not to eat much or they're going to get fat, kind of. It's kind of messed up. Anyways, Disney's Doug's episodes were once lost. So I literally can't find anything about this, like how the episodes were once lost. So Bill Bluff is kind of the richest character in the show. And every show needs an antagonist. So we have Roger, obviously, but he's only the antagonist to Doug. I've never seen him bully anyone else besides Doug. But Bill Bluff is definitely the main antagonist because he's like this rich man and he's a descendant of Bluffington's founder, and he tends to be greedy and can maintain an antagonist stand. But in the movie, he's fairly close to Mayor White. So Mayor White is basically this guy. He's kind of like Donald Trump of the goddamn place. But Bluff uses White as some pawn through like a campaign and kind of like pays for him, kind of like how it is right now. Kind of pays for him to become mayor. Anyways, so they kind of save this water monster because Bluff is trying to kill it. And they make him kind of look like just a human, but he does not look like a human, bro. Like, we're getting into some crazy territory, all right. So does Roger have rickets? If you don't know what rickets is, it's basically this. And we can compare these pictures two together, so it kind of looks like he is bow-legged, like he definitely is, but I think this is just a coincidence. I don't think Jim actually planned this to happen. I think he just tried to make him kind of just like this bully with a wide stance, just like, like artistically. I don't think he actually has that. Is Patti a lesbian? She's always hanging around with boys. She's always hanging around. Definitely a lesbian, bruh. But let's talk about it. She's better than all the guys at sports. She tries out for the guys' basketball team. She's not very, like, girlish. She's got a southern draw and stuff like that. She's kind of like Sydney Sweeney a little bit. I don't know. Why did I say that? I mean, being raised by a single dad, you know, it's understandable the lack of feminine, like, influence. Yet her best friends are very girly girls, like you can see. And, but she never really gets into the whole act. Like, she's always, like, this boy-y type figure. Kind of, I don't know, but it's just a theory. I don't think she's actually lesbian. I think she's just masculine. But you know, the choice is up to you. What do you think? Doug Greek dub. I don't really know why this is all the way down here, but I think this is just a different version of Doug, like voice acted in Greek. They didn't really do this a lot back in the day. They didn't have like alternate versions of American shows or alternate versions of like French or Spanish shows like that, like now we have now. But this had a Greek version for some reason. I don't know why, but maybe, I don't know. I don't really know. Maybe Jim wanted to, like, maybe he's Greek or something and I don't know. But the last we have on tier 3 is Doug's cameo in Chip and Dale. So Doug and his dog Pork Chop make a brief cameo in the 2022 film Chip and Dale Rescue Rangers. They appear as a billboard advertisement for a law firm called Funny and Pork Chop. The law firm, oh yeah, by the way, Doug's last name is Funny, I forgot to say. It's like a law firm, and it says your injury is not funny, so it's kind of a cute little cameo and stuff like that. So moving down to tier 4, we're getting deep here. So the Dinks lost a son around Doug's age. So like I said, Dink is an acronym for double income and no kids. Like when anyone calls you a dink or something like that, like you a dink or something, like, I don't know. That's what that means basically. But Tippy Dink does not seem to have a job during the original Nickelodeon series until she beats out Mayor Bob White and she wins the election, kind of becoming the mayor, and that's kind of her job there. She does a great job on her campaign and stuff like that. Frick Bob White, he can suck it. But Dink, though, is consistently trying to win over other characters. My impression was always that he was a bit older than Doug's parents and was seen by a lot of people as the local town's kook because he had so many weird gadgets and he was just like this silly guy. Like everyone knew that. It was written that way. But he takes Doug under his wing and is very involved with the local scout troop. He is consistently buying new and very expensive things, but doesn't have anyone but his neighbors to share them with, like show them and stuff. So why would he be buying them, you know? So the most logical explanation is that Dink lost a son of age 11, which is Doug's age at the beginning of the show, or at a time where a child would have been Doug's age at a point of time. So I don't know. I don't really know if I kind of believe that. It doesn't really. It's a good theory, but I never really looked into Dink like that. But I don't know. So Roger was abused as a child. So Roger in the show is just like this big asshole all the time. He's always a bully. No one really likes him besides his bully friends. So it's kind of makes sense that he was abused as a kid. Doug and Judy are drug addicts. Yeah, they are this creative sibling duo. Judy's always doing her drama stuff and always whimsical, and Doug's always in his imagination, so you probably think that they're on drugs. But no, this just comes from the creepy pasta that they made that it's kind of stupid, honestly. This is just a fan thing, but like a lot of the shows back in the day were kind of trippy and stuff like that, but no, they're not drug addicts. Get that out of your head. Doug Live was this live action Doug stage show that ran from 1999 to 2001, so only 2 years. It's just like this live action Doug performance is kind of weird. So Doug's second movie was supposed to come out because Doug's first movie came out, and Doug's second movie never came out, but it was supposed to. But why did it not come out? People believe that people didn't understand, like, because Doug was growing up, he was like big, like the voices was changing and stuff like that, and people weren't really watching it anymore because it's not that classic Doug anymore. But yeah, Doug's second movie is not coming out. I hope it does, but RIP. The fifth tier, Doug Can't Dance original version. So Doug Can't Dance is basically almost, I think it's the first, I forgot, it's the first or second episode, but it's about Doug, and he obviously can't dance, but he gets his foot hit on a hammer, and then he like does his jump thing, and then everyone's like, whoa, that's a cool move. So he keeps doing it, and then he wins. So with the original ending, it's kind of just a simpler and less rehearsed dance sequence, and it's kind of more awkward, you know? It kind of shows that he can't really dance even more. I can't find the video, but with the ending that they ended up with was way better, I feel like. But yeah, there was only one on the fifth thing. But moving on to the last tier, Doug is racist. So the Bluffhaven High School has about 100 kids, and Doug manages to seek out the only other member of his race, like white people. Everyone in their school is like colored. No one else is white besides Patti Mayo, his dad. That's basically all. I don't think that it's really like a racist thing because this kind of just didn't age well.
Doug, have you ever tried it?
Just sounds so raw.
Come on, Doug. Life's a picnic, so let's chow down.
You know what I mean? And it's just gonna keep happening forever and ever and ever and stuff like that until basically we kind of lose it. Yeah, so Doug is not a racist. I mean, he probably was, and probably, you know, everyone was racist back in the day. So Doug's real life is the creepypasta of Doug. So this is where a lot of these theories came from. I'm not gonna read the creepypasta. You can go read it. I'll probably read it another day. But it's just like some like how The Simpsons has a creepypasta. It's just like an episode that was lost. That doesn't really exist. But yeah, that's basically it on this list. It was kind of like a doozy, but we'll probably get into more Doug stuff later in our video journey. So I really hope you guys enjoyed this long form video, and thank you guys, and I will see you guys in the next one. Subscribe. Bye.